Hi, I'm Brian, and I love classic Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Brian, and I like classic Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and this is the voice of a man who had to watch The Christmas Card a second time, and this is the
Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Whoa! Hello there!
Hey-o.
Oh, hello!
Is that Jimmy
I
Stewart?
think it is.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Guys, it's the last day of Christmas. I mean, I guess Monday technically it rolls
Yeah,
over.
well,
we do a
whatever.
Christmas
Yeah.
movie every
Yeah.
Monday.
do.
But this is like the last, tip of the hat. You
Last
know what I mean?
present under the tree.
last tip of the hat. You guys know what I'm talking about there?
Yep.
It's
That
like,
was it.
hats off to
Yeah.
Christmas. It's going
So
to be a
if we
real
had
good
5
time.
dots, this would be the lines that we
This
draw
would be the line.
together.
Yes, exactly right.
Correct.
Now it makes sense.
So I want to talk. So we've been doing this rewatch on Fridays. It's been a lot of fun. I've
really
actually
is.
really enjoyed
Yeah.
this. And I think it should be something we do every year. I don't
Every
see why
July,
not.
I love
think
it.
it's a
Yeah.
great idea. But the Christmas card is an interesting one because it's not from the time that we started the show.
No.
So to catch everybody up to speed, when we were starting the podcast, we started
How
this
did you
thing.
guys start the
So I
podcast?
had this idea. So we started it in like in
So it was April.
late. We started the first episode was in late
How did you
June.
guys even meet?
Yeah.
Oh, guys,
We were teachers, if
hogwash.
you can believe it.
We started in late June, and we said we were going to do like one a month, and then we decided we were going to do some more, and we put out a poll to try to figure out what's
right.
the best Hallmark Christmas movies of
you
all
did?
time. And so
Yes.
we covered 5 leading
right.
up
Do you
to
know the 5 that we covered?
I don't. I don't.
I think I know them.
Okay.
Christmas Card was 1.
Yes.
Christmas Train was on there.
Yes. Christmas Train was on there.
The Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
Yeah.
Crown for Christmas.
Yeah.
Let It Snow.
I think that's accurate. I
those are
think
the
that
5.
is absolutely accurate. So we got these 5 movies, and the Christmas Card was far and away the number one movie.
Yeah.
And
like
so-
2-1 over any other nominee for
And so we watched this movie, and we'll talk about it in just a little bit. But since then, it just stays. It stays.
Yes.
And
power.
Hallmark just doesn't play it very often. I think they played it one time last holiday
year, yeah.
season, which was like
At 6 in the
at
morning?
6 in the morning. One of the first week. It was like in October.
Yeah.
And but people go nuts.
They go crazy.
for this
Ape nuts,
movie.
if you
Yep.
will.
They go ape nuts. They are constantly wondering, when is the Christmas Card airing? And what is so funny is just a week ago, I'm on a bunch of Hallmark groups on Facebook, and I see a picture, and I recognize this picture. It is the Christmas in July Deck the Hallmark schedule for this year that we put out in late June to let everyone know what we're going to watch.
Yep.
And somebody has a screenshot of this and says, this schedule says that Hallmark's playing the Christmas card,
no.
but I can't find it.
Oh, no.
And so
not-
to that
that's not
person, I
great.
want to say, sorry, I did clear it up. I said,
did.
actually, this is the Deck the Hallmark Christmas in July schedule. Christmas card's not actually playing in July. I think I broke their hearts there. But people, just that's the proof. People see this title and they go crazy.
Maybe you got to make your graphics a little more clear.
I
is the
felt like it
issue.
was pretty clear there. It said Deck the Hallmark Christmas in July schedule, and there's a bunch of titles that aren't Hallmark Channel. It's like Lifetime, a Crackle.
Yeah,
People are like,
and
where's
that
the
is
Christmas card?
passion.
The first and only time anyone's ever contacted us asking us to play a movie on the Hallmark Channel, for sure.
Gotta be.
So it's made sense 5 years later to be the last one that we did for our 5-year anniversary. And let's dive into it, shall we?
We shall.
Christmas Card originally aired on December 2nd, 2006. And it went a little something like this. The movie kicks off with our leading gal, Faith. Faith is writing a letter to the troops, set to the slowest version of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen you'll ever hear and will hear again and again in this movie. Every year, Faith takes part in Operation Christmas Card, a project that her church does every year to send Christmas cards overseas to the troops. we meet Cody. Cody. He is one of those troops. He is handed a card by a guy named Jonesy. Jonesy's bringing cards around and cookies and some creepy vibes. Cody really seems to find a lot of comfort in this card and in the cookies. Naturally, the cookies don't hurt. But he's really studying this card. We then see Jonesy gets injured during an airstrike, and
rest in peace, obviously.
Rest in peace, obviously. Jonesy.
He's just too close.
Sorry, I called him creepy. So Cody doesn't handle this super well. He's kind of just like looking at the Christmas card over and over again. And so like, I'm sure he's fine. He tells his higher up that he wants to extend his time here at war. And he's encouraged by his commanding officer to, hey, I see that you're reading the same Christmas card over and over again, so I'm actually going to tell you should go take some R&R is what he says. But before you take some R&R, if you could do us a huge solid and bring Jonesy's widow's his dog tags, that'd be solid. But then the R&R.
Yeah.
Then the R&R. Do the thing and then the R&R. One last mission. So he heads to Nevada City to give Jonesy's fiance his dog tags, but also to try to find the person that sent this Christmas card that he has studied the front and the back and the middle of over and over and over again. He decides to stay in town for a little bit and stops at a diner to order, you guys know the order by now, sandwich, curly fries, extra crispy, and hot cocoa, marshmallows.
Duh.
So he goes to the bathroom, and when he comes back, he sees a woman just chowing down on the meal because she ordered the exact same meal, even the crispy curly fries. So the good news is their reception meal is already planned. Extra crispy, the sandwich, all the whole thing. Her name's Faith, and she's like, so sorry, ordered the exact same thing. At church, Cody meets Faith's dad. His name is Luke, and he is sitting there making eyes hard with Faith in the middle of church. They chat for a little bit after church, and then he ends up pushing Luke out of the way of a car who is going so fast in this little small town. To say thank you, they basically force Cody to move in with them during the holiday season. He shows Luke the Christmas card, and it becomes clear that they know that Faith sent the card. And it's like hey, look what your daughter did. And he's like, yeah, look at, can you believe this? She's the best, huh? Cody and Faith spend some more time getting to know each other, and she even shows him the family's magic spot. Sounds weird. It's not. It's all above board here, everybody. We then meet Paul, Faith's long-distance, potentially alcoholic boyfriend who comes into town for the holidays. Paul isn't a fan of Cody staying with the family because, quote-unquote, you know, some guys in the army are crazy, right? Those are his words. There's not mine. And the family isn't really a fan of Paul's. They're kind of like, Paul's always gone. He's always drinking wine, stuff like that. Luke and Cody bond over liking French fries more than French wine. You know, man stuff. Paul then tries to hang out with the men at the men work site, you know, doing men stuff with wood and whatnot. But then he just takes a phone call on his cell phone. Can you believe this guy? Paul gets really whiny jealous a few times, including a time where he donates stuff to charity, and then Cody comes in and donates more stuff to charity, and everybody seems way more impressed by Cody's generosity than his. And so he's like, did you even care? Did you even care that I donated stuff to charity? So yeah, he's on the up and up. Paul is basically just a sad sack this entire time. It's the night of the Veterans Christmas Ball, and Cody and Faith dance together hot and heavy. Paul, being the jealous sad sack that he is, decides to do the one thing that will impress everyone, and the one thing that Cody can't do: buy a ring to propose. I mean, I guess Cody could do that, but I'm jumping the gun a little bit. So he buys this ring from a guy out of a briefcase. I don't know. One day after another one of Paul's pouty sessions, Faith finds Cody at the magic spot. They fall down together in the snow. They end up going to town, just making out. And she's like, oh, and she just runs off. Paul rents out an entire restaurant to propose, and she's like, sure. super convincing. Cody finds out that they're engaged and is basically like, what's even the point of anything anymore? I'm just going to re-enlist and just go away and never come back here. And Luke is like, hey, you got to tell her that you love her. I hate my daughter's fiance. Please, for the love of God, tell her that you love her. And he does some Luke magic. Faith's car battery magically dies, and Paul's nowhere to be found. So Luke sends Cody on a literal one-horse open sleigh to go and save the day. Not to jumpstart the car. You can't do that with a horse.
No, can't do that with a horse. No way.
But you can get back on the sleigh, and they go. So Faith keeps looking. It's Christmas Eve. And Faith keeps looking back at the door, waiting for Cody to show up. And wouldn't you know it, Paul realizes it. Paul's like, this girl.
What you looking at?
And so he just ends up leaving. She runs out. The snow is dumping on them, and she's like, I'm sorry, and then gives the ring back, and there's that. But Cody's nowhere to be found afterwards. But he did leave a card explaining that one, there is a special Christmas present if you just follow this map. They follow the map, and once you know it, brings them to the magic place. And at the magic place, there's more stuff, and it's like, hey, you're the Christmas card girl, so thanks so much. Your Christmas card literally saved my life. And Luke is like, I know exactly where he is. This place I told him about an hour ago in the movie. That's where he is 100%. So she goes there, finds him at the Veterans Bridge, and brings him a sandwich and some extra crispy curly fries, which they promptly throw to the ground so that they can kiss. And it fades to black. And that, my friends, was the Christmas card. We did do it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to break this movie down here on
Deck
the
the
Hallmark. Well, welcome back, everybody. We're talking about the Christmas card, the most popular Hallmark Christmas movie of all time.
No question.
So we have reviewed this movie before. It is in our book.
How'd this go for us last time?
I'll Be Home for Christmas Movies. Available
that one, huh?
now online.
Wherever you
or
purchase books.
wherever you get them. Yeah. So I said
what about Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Sure. I said Ed Asner saved this movie for me. Panda said didn't hate, but I get why this movie is number one with Hallmark fans.
He does?
And that's what he said.
Gets it.
And Dan said an abomination.
Ooh.
Let's find out what we think now, 2023 in the year of our Lord. Brian, you weren't in this book. You weren't alive then.
No.
What did you think of this movie?
I was alive at
Oh, you
somewhere.
were alive.
I was alive.
Not to us, you weren't.
Yeah, I was dead
you
to
were
you.
dead to us.
Yeah. I
We
was
didn't
alive.
know you.
No, you didn't know. You didn't know a lick about me. So this one, super wintry. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Not a big deal. Listen, sweetie, it's fine.
Let it go.
It was not very Christmassy. It was very wintry.
Yes.
And it felt cold, which is a kind of a big win for a movie, regardless of like the content. If it feels wintry and cold, that's a big achievement, I feel like. This movie holds kind of a special place in my heart. A lot of it, all of it has to do with the stuff Brand kind of mentioned with the podcast and how it has sort of taken on a life of its own within this community.
Yeah.
And so I did watch it for the first time when it aired at 6 a.m. last year.
You saved it on the DJ?
No,
you get up and watch it live?
I watched it live.
You woke up.
With the double deckers.
That's great.
Oh,
we all
fun.
watched it. Well, not, a bunch of us did. Some from the West Coast, so it was earlier than 6 a.m.
Wow.
So that that experience was really fun. I remember my kids got up like halfway through it and they watched it with me. So this movie has like a weird place in my heart where like I sort of enjoy this movie because of the memories that I now have of and the inside jokes within the Double Decker community. We get a laugh a minute out of it. The mileage from just this movie that it has lasted so long that we've used it for so many different things, not making fun of the movie, but just kind of the humor around. And so it's hard for me to bash the movie. I mean, standout performances. Ed Asner was. You're right. He's
How can he not?
phenomenal in
He's
this movie.
unbelievable.
Who was it? Peter Jason, who played Richard. Just that character. Like, I know that guy. Everybody knows that guy. You know, like, he works at a mill. He's just a goofy guy. He's great. So those performances were really, really good. And good luck if you're gonna try to like out army or out church this movie.
No
making
way.
a new movie. Good
No how.
luck. So the content for me is like whatever. It felt nice and wintry. It holds a special place in my heart. And really good. Ed Asner is just like a joy to watch, and it's kind of funny. Some points are pretty funny. So, you know, I have a good time with this movie.
Thumbs up from Brock.
I can't bash it. You know.
Yeah, I really like this movie. It is, I think, for a lot of those same reasons, but I don't know. I was watching it this time and I like borderline loved it. Like, it just worked for me. And yeah, it is full on for the troops, full on go to church,
we're all for the troops.
Yeah, of course. But
We're
this,
all-
yourselves.
pour that whole bottle
But
in
this
there.
is-
We
this
are
is-
full on
Yeah,
for the
me
troops.
too. I was just
as
gonna speak myself.
classic as classic of a Hallmark Christmas movie as you can get. Like, it's exactly what you would have imagined. And I don't know, I find it quite charming and quite delightful, and it's good to be back in Nevada City. And yeah, I loved it. I think I like it more now than I did then. I think then I loved the Hallmark Christmas movies that I knew at that time, which was like the 2016, 2017 vibe. And so I was like, what? I don't get the hype of this movie. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. There's something about this movie that is like, it feels really good. I like it. I love the vibe of it. So yeah, I don't know. It's a special little movie. And when is the Christmas card airing?
That's
I
a
do
great
want to
question.
know. If somebody could let me know, that'd be wonderful. Dan?
This movie's really, really bad. It is.
Is it an abomination?
It is
Yeah, would you
definitely
stand
an
by it?
abomination.
Oh, really?
I would say this movie was made in 2006, and I think in 2006 it was like, let's make a movie back like they used to make them. And now it's the movie that people who are mad that Hallmark is like moving forward and making halfway decent movies that include everyone. They're like, why don't they make them like they used to make them back when they made the Christmas card? It is just full on God, guns, and glory and Christmas, and that's what makes the world go round. It is a tough watch unless you're watching it to laugh at it. There are some really funny parts of this movie, and all around all of that just maelstrom of nonsense is Ed Asner, who is crushing it. Mm-hmm. He's better than he has any right to be in a movie that is not nearly good enough to have him be grace it with his presence. He's wonderful. Ed Asner's great. The rest of the movie's awful. Of those 5 that we did that I called out, this is the worst of those 5. Those other 4 movies I think would stand up. We've not rewatched them, but would stand up a lot better than this would. I liked it less than I did the first one. That's the only one of the rewatches I would say. It was a tougher watch the second time through than the first time through. Because the first time I was laughing a lot. Like, there was a lot of funny stuff. And this time I knew about all of it. And so I wasn't laughing. I was just here to watch a movie about a guy that's close to a bomb and gets killed. And then another dude that goes back to that town. It was just not good. Not good. Not a fun time. No for me.
Well, let's get to the feels, right?
Yeah, the feels for me, it wasn't the troops and all that stuff. It was the funny. So I did laugh.
Just on the record, Brian did not have any feels from the troops.
No,
he doesn't. He's indifferent.
That's the
ambivalent towards the troops. He would say,
"What I said.
I'm just going to wash my hands of the troops altogether."
It's the
like,
obvious.
You take the troops.
It's just in your face, and it's like it's so obvious. It's too easy to go with that, and that's not what I'm going with. What I'm going with is Richard's humor. Ed Asner's humor, and Cody's gift was actually, I thought, a very thoughtful gift. So I thought that was a nice gift.
Hey guys, Cody Frizz, someone call me.
I think we did.
Hey guys, what's going on? I heard my name a lot so far.
You heard Cody Frizz a lot?
Cody.
Yeah, you hear Cody.
Okay,
And then Cody.
Different Cody.
Who else are you talking about?
Now that you're here, Cody,
Yes.
is there any Ultimate Frisbee tournament coming
Oh,
up?
it's going to be Mad Nar, man.
It's going to
What
be
is?
Mad Nar?
Mad Gnarly.
Yeah.
Mad Gnarly.
G-
Yeah, I
NAR.
shorted to Nar.
Got it.
Yeah, you gotta-
Okay. Yeah. All right. Anything we should know
We're
about?
going up to Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie.
We're
Fine.
gonna do a
Okay.
6v7.
6v7.
Turn them up style.
Turn them up style.
Turn them up style.
Wow.
Then
What's
we're
that
going
about?
down. What's up?
I've never heard that one.
Turn them up.
Yeah.
You'll see. You'll
Okay.
get
So
it.
you
You'll
turn them up.
You gotta
up,
turn them
Yeah,
up.
I got you. Okay. My bad. That's all.
We're going up to Miami,
All
up,
right.
up to Miami.
Wisconsin.
Oh, Miami, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Classic.
When in August?
What are you guys doing up there?
10 verse 10.
Okay, just straight up.
Straight up.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's unusual.
Can't believe you're involved in that tournament.
I'm not.
Just
But I
helping
am
them
a
out.
You're
proponent.
helping a friend out.
I'm a
there.
proponent.
A proponent.
A proponent.
Last but not least, we're going up to Bangor, Maine, baby.
Yeah.
Your
you
main,
are.
of course. Yeah. What are we doing up there?
It's the 5 verse 5 Burnham.
Burnham.
Yeah.
Is there any actual fire involved?
Lots.
Yeah.
Okay.
hope so.
All
Go to
right.
Frizz out, baby.
Cody Frizz out. Thank you, Cody.
God bless.
God bless you.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's nice to hear from
He
Cody.
is.
So
Yes.
you didn't care about the troops, but
He's
you did
busting
like
me a lot.
the crazy alcoholic uncle.
I've been blessed a
The
lot.
troop
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
is
the
just
troops,
okay.
whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Everybody's
yeah.
all
Of course
about.
not.
Hey, Dad.
The fun.
Yeah,
Funnies.
Cody, you said you
Yeah,
were
I
out
just
and God
do. I
bless you.
do
I
want to know that God's blessed me a lot.
Oh,
Okay.
Thanks,
yes,
Cody.
thank you
Even
so
here.
much. Great.
In a jail cell.
How do you feel
Nice.
about the troops, Cody?
Yeah, man. Right on.
Yeah. 10 verse 10.
10 out of 10.
10v10, straight up. Got you.
So this movie, Faith only knows how to kiss one way, and it's full bore. It is. Let's turn them up style.
Strike up the band.
We're
Turn 'em
gonna
up,
kiss.
up.
We're gonna kiss hard. And so I do think that's part of the reason why people like this movie is because that you didn't do that then. So you would get all these movies where it's just like little pecks, and then you would get this movie where it's like I'm going home, I'm going to the paint. So it's like next
I'm going
level.
to the paint.
You're going to the paint. So yeah, that the scene where they kiss in the woods. Come on now, that's just over the line. 100%. Do I
Yeah.
care?
Is she
Not
cheating?
right now. I
Yes.
don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, and then the snow just dumping on them when they're
Yeah.
breaking up.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful. I love it. Dan?
The snow in this movie is wonderful.
Yeah.
You mentioned it. It's wonderful. Snow everywhere, real snow, really, really solid. Did enjoy that. That's all I got.
We're going to take one more quick break. We'll come back with the way what and the what the Hallmark here on Deck the Hallmark.
Deck the Hallmark.
Hallmark? Like boat?
Stem to stern.
Dan, what is that?
What's
next
what?
to you?
This right
Yeah,
over here.
what is that?
You mean the world's best Christmas tree
think
by
that's what he's
Balsam Hill?
talking
Can you
about.
say that?
Yeah, I think I can because it is.
Yeah, facts.
And I got this candle that smells just like Christmas right here. I got these ornaments all right now, Balsam Hill, and for the next 3 or 4 more days, the 50 up to 50% off sale
Get
at
it while you can.
balsamhill.com.
Get it while you can.
Promo code podcast all caps. You're gonna get 5 more % off.
Bingo
Go get
bongo.
that tree. You're gonna be thankful you did at Christmas time. Go get that tree. Easy to set up. They give you gloves.
They do give you gloves.
Give you gloves.
Gotta
You'll
go get
never
that
go
tree.
back without. You'll
Yeah.
never do it without gloves.
It's time for Wait What. It's where we talk about what this movie made us go, wait, what?
Yep.
Go, baby.
So the dot system, like, is each line also a log, or is
Don't try to understand it.
All
Here-
the lines stand for.
Here's what we
one.
know is that you put 5.
Here's what we know so far.
Okay, where are we?
Details still coming
You
in.
put dots
Yeah.
up there. You
One-
make a square, and
one
then you
per
put one
log.
dot in the middle,
Yeah.
5th dot. And then after you do that, you connect the dots.
All the dots.
And this is the quote. You connect the dots, and that makes another one.
So one more, or is each line a log? That's
From
where
what
I'm-
I understand, the
One more.
connected dots to make a square makes it 6.
Okay.
And
So
they're in
even though it
groups of
looks
6.
like 5.
even though
It's
it
not.
looks like 5, it's 6.
I thought each line was a log as well, because you got.
Now here's the
corner,
interesting
corner.
thing. But let's talk about this.
middle.
Let's talk. So yeah, let's talk about
But
this.
he connects to the middle with more than one time.
Because
but
there's one in
well,
the
you don't have
middle.
to. You don't have to. So right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why it's 6. 5 makes 6.
5 does not make 6.
5
there's-
dots makes 6.
But it also looks like
lines.
there are more than 6 logs in a stack.
5.
One,
And
one-
then 6 back
then
out.
6 back out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So my
6.
question is
Platform
Platform
X.
X.
Platform X. However, Hear me out. Just write tally marks and cross it through for 5 and move on.
You could do that.
You dummy. Like, why in the world are we doing
But you
this?
can't call her.
Who is this for?
Cross it out for 5, you dummy. You have to call her Dottie. And so because you
They could call her
Dot-
Crossy.
Here,
could
I mean,
call it
the
cross.
dot
Liney,
system
'cause
sounds
she
like
cheats on people.
It's just less efficient
Yeah,
than any
100%.
other means of counting anything.
Yeah. I was really confused. I was confused.
Make
listening.
the line, and then that makes another.
Do you think
Another.
they called her, the Rich called her Dottie in a scene, and they're like, we got to come up with a dot
You got to
system.
figure that out. Yeah.
Maybe this works.
What's
doesn't.
great about that whole thing is he does the dots, he sees the dots, and then Cody is like, are those the dots that Faith likes?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
one of the worst lines of this movie.
Yeah,
There's
those are
some
the
bad
dots
ones.
that, yeah,
So
those,
I don't
those
think we'll-
and the Dippin'
Are
Dots.
those the dots that Faith
Dippin'
likes?
Dots.
The
Good for the
Dippin'
future.
Dots.
I don't think
Duh.
we'll ever figure it out. It's just.
No, it's a
One,
mystery
two,
for
three,
the
four,
ages.
five.
So-
Make another. That's 6.
Yeah.
6.
No, when you connect the dots, and that makes another one.
Yeah. So
It's
that
still-
could mean anything.
It still doesn't seem
So
to
yeah,
count.
for every line connecting dots, that could be another
be.
one.
It could be another
Yeah.
one, and that's so each
So
set makes 6.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe. You have
if you
12
cross
logs?
it through at 12.
If you cross it
yes.
through.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, then 10, 11 for 2 straight through.
No one's
There's
claiming
so many lines.
Yeah.
no one's claiming it's an efficient system, but it's Dottie's system.
Got it. It's for Dottie.
It's for Dottie.
So anyway, Jonesy's wife calls him Jonesy, which I thought was
Yeah,
really funny.
that's a move.
On the stoop, she called
That's
him
a
Jonesy.
move there.
I made a note. I kept adding to this. It's risky to ride a motorcycle in the winter in a wintry place, and I said it's also risky to drive a Porsche in the winter in an area you know there's snow.
Yeah.
It's also risky to have keep your Jeep soft top on all winter
That's true.
and your
Yeah.
soft doors all winter.
Yeah, they aren't prepared.
Maybe they just.
Nevada City, you just kind of live different.
I
there.
guess maybe
Yeah.
they just are
They're
so
built different in Nevada
Yeah, they're built
City.
different. That's right. They got the
Got
dot
that dog in
system
them.
there.
They got those dots in them.
There's those dots in them.
And nobody orders hot chocolate to accompany a meal, right?
No.
I mean,
not even
really.
you, Brand.
Come
No,
on.
Brand.
As a drink with
I've
your
known
lunch?
you over a decade. You've never been like
Chicken
chicken
tenders and a hot
sandwich,
chocolate?
French fries, and a hot chocolate. You've never done it. Never heard you do it. Not once. Don't give me that nonsense.
Just thinking
You can
about
order it as a
this-
dessert or
Yeah.
like to come with your meal.
I would have
and
no
a
problem
Coke.
with this. It's
What?
the same as ordering a
Like
coffee.
Diet Coke, seltzer, hot chocolate.
No way.
If they,
no.
if I'm at a diner and I don't want a coffee, I would do a hot cocoa, no
Man,
problem.
I just can't even imagine.
Never seen you do it.
No.
How many times have we been to a diner?
Oh, we went in Florida. You
That's
remember?
true.
We
I did not get a hot
That's a bad
chocolate
place to get a hot
in
chocolate.
Florida.
Yeah, real bad.
That's true.
Real bad.
No, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't know if I have.
Sure.
But
It's not out of the question.
It's the
for
same as
you?
a coffee to me.
Well, disagree there.
Okay, that's
Big
fine.
time.
Yeah.
Well,
Boy.
so disappointed.
The last one I had was, how is Faith able to get a chicken salad club and some extra crunchy fries on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
From a
Yeah.
I mean, maybe diner 24
24/7.
365,
24/7.
but it just
She got someone out of bed to make
And like,
that food
you,
they
so
threw
you
on the
can't
ground.
tell me that those fries are still crispy.
oh, dude, soggy.
No,
yeah.
they've been in styrofoam. That's the death of a crispy fry.
Forget it.
They're soggy. Yeah, you should have thrown them down.
Yeah, trash at that
yeah,
point.
yeah. You don't want those French fries.
No,
you don't want
nobody-
them.
No,
Let's litter at the veteran
wetter
bridge.
than a river.
That's what how Brian feels about the troops.
So
That's not true.
all right, let's talk about this. You guys think that hot chocolates, you can't do that.
Yeah, weird drink.
What do you guys? What's your thoughts on the way that she handles ketchup? Where
Just
she just
throwing
like
it- I
goes
don't like
nuts.
that either.
She just goes nuts
Yeah.
all
All
over,
over? No.
all
I've
over the
seen that
fries,
before.
all over anything.
I've seen that.
I don't
done.
like that.
I don't like
I don't
that
like it
either.
either.
I'm
No.
a dunk boy.
Make a pile.
I'd rather have some sort of.
You're a dunk boy.
I'm a dunk boy.
Yeah, 100%.
That's all I'm saying. Ed Asner, when he is introducing his daughter to Cody, says, "This is my somewhat attractive daughter," which is just a weird thing to
Yeah,
say.
that's the weirdest
It's the
version of
weirdest-
introducing your daughter.
I don't know what to do with it, but he said it, and so there you go. So the scene where Cody saves Ed Asner's life, I played it back a couple times. They both would have 100% gotten run over if the
Yes,
car
if
didn't
the car
stop.
did not hit the brakes.
Yeah.
Correct.
The car stops,
Yeah.
and you see that they are right about to be hit by the tire. The
Yes.
car is going to run them both over.
He saves no one's life.
He doesn't save anyone's life. You know who saves the life is the person driving the car too fast. Their ability to stop here
Yeah.
It's both simultaneously
unbelievable.
the thing that almost killed him, and they did also save it. How
and
do
it's
you
okay
save
because after maybe 6 hours, Ed Asner just takes that arm sling off.
Right off.
And he's healed.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there.
He said, I'm a quick healer.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I love that.
Every other movie, a sprained ankle, you're out 2 weeks.
Do
And in
you
this
think
movie,
Ed Asner just did that on the fly? He was like, I'm
He's
not
not
gonna
aware
do
of
this.
this all movie.
I'm not
It's
doing this.
gotta be.
I'm going to say I'm a quick healer,
Yeah.
and no one's going to
That's right.
question
Who's
me.
gonna cut-
'Cause I'm
yeah.
Ed Asner.
yeah, he walks off the set. They're in trouble.
Yeah. So what are we going to do here?
Quick healer.
So when Paul goes out to the old tree place with everybody to try
mill?
to
Yeah.
do man work.
Oh, the
and he
farm.
gets to call, and
Yeah.
everybody's cutting the things, and he's like, "Hey, sorry, I'm out here with all the trees. I'm not sure if it's a forest or a tree hatchery," which I just thought was what a thing to say.
It's a weird thing to say.
As a forest,
Yeah.
isn't a tree hatchery, which I'm assuming means baby trees.
You just hatch those
They're
trees.
hatching the
Yeah.
trees. Isn't that a forest?
I would assume it's a planned forest.
It's a planned forest.
Yes.
It's a planned forest. Why not? All right, I got to lie. This is it. So our guy Cody, God bless him, decides I am going to build a bench. I'm going to put it in the magic spot. I know where the magic spot is. You guys know where the magic spot is.
The magic spot.
Instead of just saying, "Hey,"
Oh, that's what I think.
Puts the bench once, twice.
instead of saying, "Hey, head to the magic spot," he draws a map.
He draws a map.
It
Yeah.
says, "Follow the map."
Yeah.
To get to
They
your
all
present.
know where the magic spot is.
Can you imagine you're following this map? At what point do you go, I think I should just go to the magic
Yeah.
spot?
It's
the
on
magic
your
spot.
property.
I think it's
Yeah.
just a magic spot.
This guy's been here 2 weeks. It's your property. You know your property. This guy drawing you a map.
I'm a
of
little bummed.
Your own property.
We didn't get to see the map. Also.
Ugh.
At what point are they on the drive to the magic spot and go and realize, I think we're just heading to the I think we're heading to our magic spot. This guy
Yeah.
has been here for a
Why
couple
didn't you
weeks.
just say that? Could have been too
drew
easy.
A map. I love that. Dano?
Look, we love the troops here at Deck the Hallmark. We have a lot of fun. Both of my grandfathers served like valiantly for the U.S. Armed Services. Like, this dude does not die from this explosion. He doesn't. He is feet away, and he falls very like gently onto some steps. There's no blood on him. All of his limbs are intact. He died because the director told him to die. There's nothing else that would suggest that this guy's dead. And then this general turns around to dude and he's like, listen, Jonesy's death wasn't your fault. You need some rest and relaxation. Clearly, mentally, you're not all there. So I want you to take his dog tags and go straight to Jones's widow and hand him to him. I know you're having a hard time with this. Yeah. You should seek help. JK, you should go and give Jones's dog tags to his widow while watching the Hurt Locker the whole drive there. Like, are you serious right
That's
now?
tough. That's tough.
It is tough. Big
That's
ask.
brutal.
Yep.
I know we've not treated our troops well, but this seems to be an overstatement of that. Good gracious. No. I didn't notice on the first time what I noticed this time in this movie, which is this place run by Ed Asner is a one-stop shop for lumber.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they
literally say a line, which
Yes.
is if we don't sell every piece of the lumber, we don't make any money.
Right.
So I've never heard of a place that's like, we will sell you logs in bulk. We will
Dot
sell
system,
Christmas
guaranteed.
trees. We also do woodworking.
Yep.
There is no way one company does all of those things. That's wild, especially with that system.
If they don't sell every piece of it,
Yeah.
they lose money.
Yeah. Ed Asner throws Cody a flannel
Yeah.
because he wants him to fit in.
Yes.
Well, he's wearing a jacket, a coat. I feel like he's doing just fine.
No.
You got to wear flannel in the
flannel.
woods.
You gotta
You got to wear a flannel in the woods.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clearly. I don't know what I was thinking.
Definitely.
You're dumb.
And everyone will just still stick out. Classic. I think I mentioned the first time. He's like, wait till you try some of her baby back pork ribs.
Yeah.
As opposed to what? An emu? What other baby back ribs? When I say baby back ribs, what are you thinking of? Just
Baby
pork.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
That's
need some
it.
more context clues.
No, we do not. You know how families get together and shag dance to What Child Is This?
Oh yeah.
Happens regularly. Whenever I hear What Child Is This come on, I'm like, man, are we at the beach right now? Is that beach
Do
music?
you hear what I'm hearing?
Man, it's time.
Do you hear what I
tell
hear?
take my socks off immediately. What child is this? That'll get you in the beach music groove, man. Of course it will. And my favorite is they get to the secret magic spot.
Yeah.
And they see the bench is there and they're like, wow, Uncle Rich, this looks amazing. And he's like, don't look at me. I didn't make it. I just showed him how to hold a hammer, how to hold a nail, how to use a table saw, and then he trails off. So you did make it.
You did.
I just showed him. I just did all of it.
Rich,
I put it together.
Aren't those your initials right there on the bottom?
I put my initials on it. I refinished it for him. I even hauled it down here. Son of a bee, this is my gift.
Couldn't even stain it evenly. I had to get in there.
Don't look at me. I just did all the work. All right, Rich, calm
Got
down over
lacquer
there.
all over his hands. Don't look at me.
Sheesh. That's all I got, Brand.
It's time for What the Hallmark. It is where we wonder what could have been, maybe happened, get some clarity to any questions that we still have. Brian.
I was just wondering how the heck Faith and Paul even met in the first place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. One of those
I mean,
weird law lumber conventions.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah.
A little crossover in the hotel lobby.
We'll do it.
So I'd like to hear about that.
Oh, that's
Good,
okay.
good. Yeah,
I honestly want to know. So this movie, 2006, it is, I believe, it's before Countdown to Christmas actually starts. And it's before they start giving a lot of thought to the movies. I want to know, like, as Countdown to Christmas began to take off and they began to have a very set formula and types of characters that they want to have and stories that they want to tell. I wonder what the brass thought of this movie in like 2014, 2015, 2016, when they're creating this thing and you have this movie that's beloved and you know they were like, at that time, when are you playing the Christmas card? We love the Christmas card. You have this character in Paul that is just flat out unlikable. No one likes Paul. And like you just wouldn't do that. You wouldn't have like these characters are just so unlike. I want to know what the brass at the time, like 10 years ago, thought of the Christmas card. Because now it's like we'll play it one a year. Well, and that's all we got. That's the most we can do.
I mentioned this while watching the movie. You weren't in there. I want to see them remake the Christmas card.
Okay.
But with Tyler Hines in the role of Paul. Because Tyler Hines already played a dude who basically took another dude's fiance. And everyone was like, you don't get it. They're made for each other. It's Tyler Hines. I want to see what happens when you don't make him such a, like when you make.
So you make him the guy that's getting the girl stolen from him.
That's right. But he's Tyler Hines. Like we give this, like she's a cheating cheater who cheats. Like
100%.
She's just making out with folks left and right.
Hard.
And she's engaged with
To the
someone
paint.
else. There's
To the
no
paint.
way to the paint. She's not, there's no way that her and Cody are lasting. But if you made this movie again and made, Aaron suggested Wes Brown be Cody. And you made a guy that looks like Tyler Hines that everyone loves, Paul, but he's still as smarmy.
Same guy.
Yeah.
So he still is Paul.
Shady.
Yeah. He still is, I'm obsessed with wine.
That's correct.
He still is, I'm
Yes.
going to take you from your family. You're not
Yes.
going to come back for the holidays.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Stressing you out just thinking about
She's
it.
stressing me out
She's
just
the
thinking
bad guy. The bad
That's right.
person
At that
in
point,
that
she
scenario.
becomes the bad guy.
I do love an idea where we get to see Tyler Hines play a villain.
Yeah.
Like I like that
Yes,
idea
me too.
a lot.
Yeah.
Because he would crush it. Not that he's not a villain in real life. I'm just saying it would be really appealing, I think, to see
Yeah.
this. I don't know how
The
many.
two
Because
guys
they
come
just-
out looking great.
That's
in that,
right.
In that
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah, this movie, like I think the What the Hallmark, I guess, is they're not going to last.
So is your thought process here that
the reason that
the reason why we are so happy that she ends up not with Paul is because not only is Paul not likable, but he's also a goober?
that's right.
Okay.
Yes,
So you get
correct.
someone who looks like Tyler Hines.
She gets a pass because of who Paul is.
Paul. Not
They
only is
made
Paul bad,
Paul
he's
so
also
unappealing
like
to the viewer.
unappealing
Like, yeah.
across the board. Whereas you got Tyler Hines over there
Get
driving the Porsche with the toothpick, suit and tie.
Dude, he's riding his own hog. Can he ride his own
He
hog?
brings the hog in.
Oh, forget.
Dude, I'm just telling you right
Dueling
now.
hogs.
This movie, it'd have a very different reaction
sure
across the
would.
board. Can you imagine it? Wes Brown in the army outfit coming home. I'm telling you, remake the movie. Hallmark, you coward, you won't do it.
You won't do it.
And Paul gets a lot of kisses, so it's like we would still get Tyler kissing,
Yeah.
which
That's
is
right,
what
sure
we
would.
Yeah.
show up for.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Take some
yeah.
paint.
I'm intrigued by that. I like that. Let's do that.
Remake
That
the Christmas.
sounds fun.
Hashtag remake the Christmas.
Hashtag remake the Christmas card.
And
when is
Doug
that
Jones
on?
plays the role of Ed Asner.
Oh man.
I'm doing the work
Yeah.
for you, Hallmark.
It's all done.
Come on.
Who's the
Ray
girl?
is having a hard time.
Who's
over
the
here.
girl?
The girl?
I'll do it.
Aaron will do it.
Volunteers his
Twist
tribute.
her arm.
How kind of you. Natalie Hall.
Great. Let's
Natalie
do it.
Hall.
I'm in.
Dot
Let's do it.
system.
The
I
dot
would-
system.
I would watch that movie.
Would
one.
watch. You hear that?
You have to watch that.
It's easy. It's easy.
They
Free.
would. That movie would freaking crush
It
in the
sure
ratings.
would.
Are you kidding me? The most beloved, asked about movie, a remake
Yeah.
starring the crowning jewel of Hallmark as a villain.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, what are we doing? I am sending this clip to the brass.
Yeah.
Please.
Send it to the brass. We got a pipeline of the brass.
I'll send it straight up to the brass.
yeah.
All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm good.
You
Okay.
good? You gonna make it?
Woo.
That's good TV. That's good
idea.
TV.
All
That's
right.
good
Well,
with
we
the
did
Hallmark.
everybody a wonderful Christmas in July.
I'd
Just I hope everybody is fully utilizing the Philo Unlimited DVR as I have, so they
Yeah,
can
and
keep
the Balsam Hill.
Christmas.
You
So
need
they
to
can
get
keep
that
Christmas
while you
going all year until October when we get this whole thing started again. I know that's what I'm going to be doing. We'll be back on Monday with another Christmas movie. I guess it's Christmas in July, and then you know what? It's August. August is here. Aloha,
Sunday's coming.
Aloha, Christmas, Aloha, not Christmas,
Not
not Aloha.
hotel.
Aloha Hotel.
There's something about
something with the goo.
human resources or
Mr.
environmental
Goo.
protection agency.
She's just
or-
trying to get
That's
in,
coming.
get a foot in the door.
That's coming out tomorrow, and then we'll review it next week.
Yay.
Till then, maybe the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.